I mean, obviously you keep up on it enough, right?
Yeah, I watch all the races every week, and I still talk to a lot of people.
Who's your pick for next year?
I think the younger guys, like the Sexton, Cincerillo, Ferrandis, I think this wave is coming if they can keep it together, And between Kenny and Eli and Cooper, I feel like those guys, when it gets tough, unless they're going to win, I don't think they have the drive. And I would like to see all those guys be successful, especially Eli and a Yamaha sounds cool, and Kenny I'm a big fan of. And then the wild cards with like Anderson and that whole Marvin, there's like a whole nother wave right there of different people that are kind of in between the younger guys and the established guys that have won. So I don't know. I really am leaning towards some of the younger guys, and if they can break through, I feel like there's always that point where the younger guys, they want it so much, and there's that tipping point. And I think these guys are going to cross over this year.
I feel like Cooper leaving Alden's program and going on his own, this is a huge deal. And I don't know which way it's going to break. It's breaking one way. Anderson left and was never really the same, but I think a lot of us are like, Anderson didn't want to work all in.
Yeah, motivation.
Right. Anderson was like, hey, man, I'm just going to cruise under here, use my talent to get podiums. And, Coop wants to win this thing. I know from talking to people, like, he wants to show, didn't end well. He wasn't stoked with Alden. And so this is the huge question mark for me. I don't think Kenny can go 17 rounds without making mistakes or having a virus or, you know what I mean?
If he can finish the season. He always starts off
strong.
strong.
I just feel like Kenny will have a race or two where something goes wrong. And I feel like Eli is a little past it already. He's older. He's put the nose to the grindstone. He's now got a kid on the way and another kid. So he's just a natural progression of getting older. So Cincerillo and Sexton are there. I agree with you, Shorty, but what Cooper Webb are we seeing? That's where I'm at.
I think Berner's a really smart coach.
He is. Yep.
And if he can use the knowledge from the previous people that have guided him, whether, that's Eldon or whoever, and maybe that's what scares me about this is their bike. I feel like it's arriving late with COVID and getting parts and access. I don't think they have a lot of resources and the base in terms of the bike that they can lean on like years past. Yep. So I think they're going to run into some hiccups, and I think this is going to be a strong point for Kenny. He has a second year on the bike, and Eli's also going to a new bike, like you said. That might be difficult. But people like Cincerillo and Sexton, they have a good base now, knowledge, and I think
that's
this
where
is
the
key.
leap. That's where the leap starts, right?
Yeah.
When you're those guys.
So Cooper has to overcome this for sure.
If Sexton starts beating Kenny regularly too, that will be an issue, I believe. I think that team is still Kenny's team. He thinks of it that way, and those are his guys. And if the new kid starts beating them, I think that could cause an issue. We'll see. Yeah. What do you make of Lars replacing Kehoe?
Oh, they're two great people, and I feel like they both bleed red, and they're Honda people,
Yep.
And Kehoe, I think maybe he's just at the time of his life, but he's accomplished so much for those people, and I think they have to be really happy with everything he's done. But Lars is Honda, from his dad. All the experience, and he's just a great person, and he has the passion, and he fits that role so well. And I think he's more open-minded, and he's not so set in his ways yet. And I think this is what it's going to take for that program to be successful, is to maybe think outside the box, not do it the way they've always done. And this is me speaking from just observing from the outside, but I've spent a lot of time around that group over the years, and I think it's a great decision that management put him in, in that role.
Oh, by the way, Lars was maybe supposed to come on tonight. I just realized that as you said that. Honda's looking for a motor builder. So they're going to advertise at motorcycleindustryjobs.com. So stay tuned for that, everybody. That's what Lars wanted to come on and talk about it. And Ferrandis, DV, they'll be good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's DV. It's Villeman. So, I mean,